So it's week 119, which becomes an 11. Really very interesting. There are end times and there is a lot of seeds, you know, because we've got the 11 and then we've got the 9. So 2 ones being like an 11, and then we have the 9. So we have a lot of healing and a lot of seeds and intentions and thoughts towards our purpose, which is the 9 energy. And it's also, there's an end cycle there. So everything that we are thinking, we are like dying. Yes, we are dying off from the old as we are moving through. And it's really important at this death cycle that we be careful what we are thinking, because whatever we are thinking and intending, we will take into our next cycle. So it's almost like I've had this come up a little bit, and it's been coming up in my awareness through different people that I'm working with at the moment, that we can, just like when we die and we cross over to the afterlife, if we haven't woken up in the cycle before, we can get stuck as we move into the next cycle. And so with the fears, because there's a lot of fear happening around the world at the moment, and some people are still in spaces of fear for whatever reason in different areas. And so we can get stuck in that fear, and our intentions or our thoughts around what it is that we are fearful of can create this repetitive cycle. So it's almost like you'll keep doing the same thing or creating things so that you can experience the same stuff for the same cycles. It's just like being dead, but you're doing it in this lifetime, until it is so monotonous and you have repeated it so many times that you just don't want to, something happens and you start to awaken and move into the space of love. So if you find yourself in this space, it's really important to call upon your soul group. I don't mean your physical, those that you know incarnate. I mean, you know, in the spiritual heavens above. Call upon your soul group to shower you with love, so that you can move through the phase of fear. Of course, if you're doing that, you're already on your way to awakening, but it can help to speed it up. Or if you see somebody else that you want to help, you can help them also by sending them love, so that the love will help to break down the fear. So that's really, you know, the 119 becoming the 11 really is very much about a healing cycle. We know that 11s really force us into looking at ourselves, looking at the mirrors, and which initiates great healing and brings forward new growth and harmony. And yesterday I went to Queen Hatshepsut Temple to do some temple codes healing for someone, and a very incredible situation unfolded, and that led on to the energies that were coming through today. So this morning when I woke up and I asked for the light codes message for this week, I saw again the Temple of Hatshepsut, but it was different. A couple of weeks ago I saw this same temple in my mind's eye, and I knew that it looked like Queen Hatshepsut's temple, but there was something different about it. So I thought it wasn't Queen Hatshepsut. Anyway, it was only a couple of days after that the temples here in Egypt were opened, or at least 4 of them were opened here in Luxor. And so I knew that I was able to go and start doing the temple codes. And I was drawn back to Hatshepsut Temple. And it was when I was at the temple that I remembered this vision, and I realized that I was actually being called to Hatshepsut Temple, but I didn't know the temples were being opened. Anyhow, I did a temple codes healing there a couple of weeks ago, and I went back again this week to do one for somebody else. And this morning, when I woke, I saw this same vision of the temple that I had seen a couple of weeks ago, and I realized what it was, because as I was guided last night or yesterday when I did the temple codes healing for my client, that this temple that I was seeing is actually an etheric temple above the physical location of Queen Hatshepsut's mortuary temple. And I will give a link for you to be able to share, read the Temple Codes reading, because my client dedicated it to humanity. So I'll place that on my blog, and I'll put a link in that later so that everybody can read it. But this morning I saw the etheric temple. It was as if I was looking from the northern area, high above the mountain, looking towards the temple area itself, but I knew that it wasn't the actual physical temple that we see here. It was in another, in the etheric realms. And then I saw an Asian-looking Buddha-looking woman, feminine Buddha, with blue-white skin. But she was laying on her side. I couldn't see this eye, or this eye was closed, and I couldn't see most of this part of the face. This eye was open, the right eye was open. She didn't have the Buddha cone head, so there was not the awakened pineal gland. So it was as if she was rising up, and she had one eye open, and she is coming up there, rising into awareness with this blue-skinned, energy that comes from Sirius. And we are approaching. We are the eve week, if you like, towards the Lion's Gate, which brings through the Sirian energies very powerfully at this time of the year, from the 26th of July through to the 12th of August every year, culminating at its peak on the 8th of the 8th, the 8/8 Lion's Gate. And after the vision of this feminine awakening Buddha energy with these Sirian light codes that she brings forth, I saw the dancers, the masculine, divine masculine, divine feminine dancing. The woman was in a very beautiful red dress, and then the vision changed, and it was as if it was like another set of dancers, although it could have been the same dancers but at a higher level, because the second dancer was wearing a white dress. The base chakra is red, and the spiritual base chakra is white. So it's when the purified, spiritualized base chakras become white. And so I saw this, did I see anything else after that? I don't remember. And in any case, this portal I had recognized through yesterday, the messages that were coming through, that this area of Queen Hatshepsut is a very powerful portal. When you approach the temple, you want to be drawn in the way that it leads you up to the temple. But what draws me when I'm there so far doing the temple codes is I am drawn beyond the temple and into the mountain. And the mountain behind it, because the temple is built into the mountain. And if you climb this mountain, which I have done, to the very peak, there is a track that leads from around Hatshepsut's temple, and it goes around and back down into the Valley of the Kings. And this, of course, is where the energies of these masters, the pharaohs, the god kings of, they have reached a development of spirituality to be in touch with their God self, resides within the mountains, a little bit like in India where the rishis reside within the mountains there. So this energy is very powerful. It's a very powerful area. And if you keep walking up higher into the mountain, there is a pyramidal peak at the top, representing the pyramidal self that overlooks the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Queens. And the feeling is that Queen Hatshepsut's temple is actually a portal for us to be able to get there. And Queen Hatshepsut was known as the Queen of Peace. And so it felt very much like this place is a place of peace, a portal of peace and healing, and being able to come to that place of liberation. The dove kept coming in and interfering, or not interfering, but, showing the dove presence. The dove is peace, we know, while I was doing the healing and the reading yesterday. So also this was bringing through my awareness to this energy of peace. And as we go into the afterlife, And hopefully we have awakened and are able to come into this higher state before we reincarnate and come back and do it again. Anyway, so this was the message that was coming through, that we are actually activating and moving through this portal of peace at the moment. And we know that because the Lion's Gate is approaching, and we are in the new moon right now. I didn't get a chance to have a look at what the energies of the new moon, but the new moon was in Cancer. And so there is very much about emotional peace coming through with that if we have done the work. If you have done the work, and if you haven't done the work, it's not too late. Just keep doing the work. Keep focusing on that. Keep doing the work. And I've done the cards for today. And I realise now that I'm recording with everybody on the camera, so I hope that's okay, people. I'm going to leave you on the camera. We've started now, so we'll stay there. But I might not be able to see the cards. So I'll shift it so that we can see the cards better. So here we are. The first card is 42-6, which is an energy of love. It is actually the energy of the marriage, the masculine and the feminine, and the marriage of opposites. So the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming into unity and harmony, which we saw with the vision of the masculine feminine dancing, coming into harmony, the divine marriage. And the card says, accept what is dying. So, and we see the masculine down here, and the flower, which is dropping its leaves. And I think this came through in a message last week, where we had a similar sort of vision come through, not in the cards, but a similar message from the vision coming through with the flowering rush. And it also was dropping its leaves, so letting go, so that as we're moving forward into receiving our Buddha energy, you know, the lotus, towards the lotus energy, the Buddha energy, and the enlightened, more enlightened state. So accept what is dying, let go, let it pass by, because we can't fully move into the new cycle unless we let go, or otherwise we take what should be going with us into the new cycle, and that's too heavy, makes it hard. So accept what is dying, accept what is, be in a space of acceptance at all times. And this is the first rung of the ladder. Be in a space of acceptance, accept what is dying and let go. And the next card is the Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathic, patient and loving. And the card says relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So again, we're being reminded about self-love, and this again is about love and relationships. The masculine, remember the relationship with yourself, as this says, care for yourself and others. The relationship with yourself is first and foremost. Self-love is really very important in the path of ascension and path of awakening, because you know, it begins right here, right now, with us. Before, if we can't love ourselves, we really can't truly love another or accept the love of another if we don't love ourselves and accept the love of ourselves. So coming into that space of truly accepting and loving ourselves. And there's a lot of dolphin or orca energy in here, which is also very symbolic of the energies of Sirius, which we are leading up into the Syrian gateway of receiving. Here we can see a portal of energy coming through here with this very angelic energy here. Us, you know, becoming our angelic self, our light bodies, our, you know, I am presence, and being fully in line with that. This is having a beautiful relationship with ourselves as we are in the physical, having a beautiful relationship with our soul, having a beautiful relationship with our higher self, and of course, is all having a beautiful relationship with all of those around us. And we need to be able to do that. We need to be able to accept what is. So be tender-hearted, empathic, patient and loving, and remind yourself of that all of the time. And the next card, the card that is in the card of relationships, so, you know, very powerful message coming through there. And the next card is the lily and the flower. So this again is showing us that we are moving forward towards a more enlightened state. In regards to relationships in particular, but I want to keep emphasizing that first and foremost, the relationship with the self. So beautiful flowering energy, flowering relationships, flowering areas of our life, we are flowering, we are blossoming, we are becoming the lotus, we are becoming that pure Buddha-like self as seen in the vision where she is awakening and she is rising. And the heart card today is card number 6 again, which is about love, the love energy coming through there, love and family and relationships. And believe and succeed. You need to believe in yourself. And so the boat is moving forward. You're, moving out toward the horizon. Look at that beautiful light coming down there. Believe and stay focused. Believe and receive. And the throat card today is the 3 of Wands. And believe and receive in the heart. And stay true to you. Keep your focus in the now moment. Be in the now moment. But know that this now moment where you're standing tall and you have received a lot of growth, as you can see in the wands here, there's a lot of growth here. And the 3 being, your power center, you have come more into your own power. You're ready to take that into action and move forward with it. A lot of healing has been done with this green here. So the red is the action and the green is the healing that has come through. You wear the cape of healing. And he is looking forward, but not necessarily focused on the future, because you're far better to be focused in the now moment. There's lots of little boats coming in. Your ship is coming in. And this is a very brilliant, and you will have clarity if you can stay in the now moment and believe, and then you will succeed, because what you have put out there through your most beautiful positive energy must come to you. So the higher you keep your vision at the higher outcome and the greater outcome, then the more likely it is to be able to manifest as close as possible to what your true desires are. The third eye says, come out of the closet, and it is Amaterasu, which means Amaterasu, that sounds like a cake. Sorry, we have this funny little scooper thing that keeps popping up. I don't know why it does that. I hope that it disappears. It's cutting me off. Way. I'm sorry, people, but this working on the phone is not the best. Not the best. Sorry about that. Okay. Amaterasu. It's a cake. I'd like some right now. In any case, it says, come out of the closet. So this is the brow chakra card, and it's more or less saying that there is an opening, a door opening, for you to be able to come out and be able to be more of your true self and help that part of the awakening. You are beginning to bloom, you're beginning to blossom, as we can see with the lily coming through there, or the lotus, coming out of the closet, becoming more of you, being your true authentic self. And the crown chakra card today is Isis, so the divine feminine energy there, as she protects us. And here we have the lotuses again. Here she says, Holy Queen, Mother of us all, embodied manifestation of love. It's all about love. Love yourself, love and love others, but you must embody that energy of love. And again, to remove the fear, whatever fear may be in you, for whatever it is that is holding you back in some way. If you have any fear remaining within you, it is holding you back. Acknowledge the fear. Call upon your soul group to help you feed more love in. Think about things of love. Think of what you love. Think of what makes your heart open. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's your pet. Maybe it's your husband, your partner. Maybe it is the trees, the nature. Maybe it is the ocean, the mountains, the magnificence of Mother Nature. Whatever it is that helps to open your heart, think of that. Think of that whenever your fear arises, and replace fear with love. And that's when you will be able to open your wings and begin to fly. So beautiful energy of Isis coming through. Remember that Isis is the Syrian energy, and we are in the week next Sunday, 26th. So it's Monday, 20th today. We have 6 days, and then we enter the gateway of the Lion's Gate, which is the Syrian gate, the gate of Sirius, and the greater central sun, and the energy coming through there. So this is really beautiful trust. We are all going to be receiving this beautiful divine light, and if you have done the preparation, you've done the work, you'll be able to activate it and receive more. So remember to feed everything love, everything love. Where there is fear, there is no love. Where there is love, there is no fear. So reminding yourself always to come back to the state of love, and whatever it is that helps you to get there. Memory helps you, whatever it is. Remember the most loving moment in your life. And when you remember that, when you go into that, go into the feeling of it and draw that love up and send the love into whatever fear or pain is residing within your body, your emotional body, or your mind. Just feed it love, feed it love, feed it love, and transformations will take place. So that's really very beautiful. Today, the light codes that we are going to go in for in a moment are going to be activating the light codes of peace, healing, and unity. And I will see you all next week on Monday, which will be, we will be into the second day of the Lion's Gate. I have a free meditation for the Lion's Gate that I will also add the link to for you to use to help prepare and to be able to help you to receive the energies even more so. And that's it really. If you'd like to follow along, come into Facebook to Going Live with Amatron, Bringer of Truth. See you next week. Bye. And I have done the final two cards. I'm actually going to add this recording to the original reading because I remembered one more vision that had come through this morning after the dances, and that vision was of Hathor's sistrum. The pillars in, I actually did the Temple Codes healing yesterday in the Chapel of Hathor at Hatshepsut Temple. And in the Chapel of Hathor, there are pillars, the pillars in there are topped with Hathor's head. So, and they represent the sistrum, Hathor's sistrum, which is the percussion instrument of Hathor, goddess of love, beauty, and music. And so the other vision that I had was of this pillar sistrum, which to me symbolizes the harmony that comes, you know, when we play music, we're working with harmonies and we are bringing harmony into the body. It's great healing. So the pillar is representing the central core of the central column where the chakras rise up. And so this is the energy coming into harmony, divine masculine, divine feminine in each and every chakra coming into harmony as we rise up. And at the top of the pillar is Hathor's head, you know, the beloved mother herself, who has risen in her status to reach toward the heavens, to the sky, to the Father, to the divine masculine energy. So we have that masculine and feminine energy coming together, and the focus is of the divine feminine rising from the earth, bringing those energies up to meet heaven. So it's symbolizing ascension, coming up, and reaching the higher levels. And the final two cards, interestingly, the card number 8, which is for the Omega chakra, which is the divine feminine energy. It is located below the feet, just below the earth's surface, and helps to integrate our energies into the earth. And we need this to be awakened and fully activated to bring things into manifest. And it is balance, career, and home life. And the card is Isis again. So we have a double Isis energy coming through because the 7th card was also Isis. And now we have Isis in the 8th card, reminding us to bring balance into our life. Beautiful energies of Isis coming through again. and the more divine feminine energy in the Alpha chakra. So the ninth card is representing Alpha, is representing our soul's direction and the divine masculine energy. However, we have feminine energy coming in again with Bast. So this is number 11, you know, looking at the reflection, looking at your exact opposite, and it is holy longing or desire, instinct and sensuality. And she's got a bunch of grapes in front of her. You can see the beautiful energy coming forward there. So her activating, I guess, her masculine energy in the Alpha chakra here, bringing forward, you know, when we have what is our holy longing and desires that we need Alpha to be fully activated and awakened. We need it to be meeting and in balance and harmony with Omega, the divine feminine, coming together, so that you can bring that balance together there. So the energies can then, you know, at the top of the pillar is the divine feminine reaching up to the masculine, the awakened masculine energy, direction for the soul, and it can come back down through the pillar or down through the chakras and into the earth to be made manifest through the Omega of the divine feminine chakra. That brings, that helps us to integrate the energies into the earth so that it can be made manifest. Without fully open and activated divine masculine, divine feminine energies, some call it soul star and earth star. It doesn't matter what you call it. It is divine masculine, divine feminine, working with the direction for the soul and the pathway of the soul. And they must work together. Masculine and feminine must work together to be able to bring the third energy together and make manifest. So they are the cards for today. The vision that I had throughout the recording of the light codes today, which are available for 15 Australian dollars on the link below, was the all-seeing eye of Horus and the falcon which is able to see from a greater perspective, is always soaring high and able to see in all directions. So the all-seeing eye of God coming through there, bringing us to that state of peace, which is very much a state of peace when you're able to soar above. So I saw it soaring above the Valley of the Kings, there above the mountain. And that's it for today. See you next week. Goodbye again.